100 athletes, coaches, and managers from 40 communities across the nation. This is the Canada Winter Games, the biggest multi-sport event to take place in the province of Alberta since 1988. Hello and welcome inside. My name is Kayla Gray. Okay, 19 sports and expected 20,000 visitors to take it all in. Red Deer, Alberta is where the book begins for many of these young athletes trying to build a legacy, and there is where we find Katrina LeMay Doan and Dustin Nielsen.
3,600 athletes from across the country have gathered here in Red Deer for the 2019 Canada Winter Games. Red Deer becoming the third Albertan community to host the games, joining Grand Prairie and Lethbridge. Now, with all of these athletes from across the country coming here to Red Deer to compete, it's going to be a phenomenal experience for a lot of these kids, maybe the highest they ever get to, but for a number of them, the beginning of something special.
That's right. For so many, it's the pathway to the next level of competition, international competition, perhaps professional. If you look at names, Jennifer Heil, Cindy Clausen, Sidney Crosby, those athletes have all competed at the Canada Winter Games.
Now, those are names that we're all very familiar with, and they've had a lot of success at a Canadian level. One thing you might not be that familiar with here is how inclusive this event has become.
That's right. The Canada Games, it's really the only event in the world that includes Olympic sport, para-sport, Special Olympics. There are also programs of women in coaching and helping Indigenous become involved in sport. So, you know, it really is inclusive, and Canada Games is extremely proud of that.
It's going to be an incredible week. There are hundreds of volunteers, there are thousands of athletes, and 20,000 visitors expected to join us here in Red Deer. The entire week is going to be kicked off, coming up with the opening ceremony.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Welcome to Red Deer, Alberta, and the opening ceremony of the 2019 Canada Games. Veuillez accueillir, please welcome la mairesse, the Mayor of Red Deer, Her Worship, Tara Veer.
My fellow Canadians, welcome to Red Deer. This is our moment. Chers Canadiens et chers Canadiens, bienvenue à Red Deer, c'est notre moment. From coast to coast to coast across our great country, we are thrilled to welcome you to Red Deer, Alberta for the 27th edition of the Canada Games. Tonight, we are all history in the making, as the dreams we dared to dream, as possibilities become all of our realities. Tonight, the power of sport brings Canadians together. Tonight, the Maple Leaf unites us all. Ce soir, la fayette d'érable nous unit tous et toutes. Friends, sport building is community building, and community building is country building. But above all, the Canada Winter Games is about the commitment of this village of 37 million people strong to believe in and support Canada's youth in your sport development, in your aspirations, and in the fact that you are our nation's promise as the next generation of history makers. To the people of our Red Deer, who are honored to welcome our fellow Canadians, community, be incredibly proud of what you have accomplished. We are here, my community, because you courageously said yes. We are here because you said we will find a way. We are here because you said we'll do it together. To all our willing community volunteers, generous sponsors, skilled officials, dedicated coaches, proud, did I say proud parents? And inspired athletes, your road has led you to this moment, to your moment, to our moment. Tonight, Canadians, our true patriot love is strong, and we proudly represent the red and white from coast to coast to coast. People of this great, vast, and adventurous land we call Canada, but more importantly, the place we call our home, welcome. Thank you. Bienvenue. Merci. And now, people of the true North, strong and free, for the 2019 Canada Winter Games, live from Red Deer, Alberta, and with unstoppable Canadian pride, let's welcome our athletes.
From British Columbia, Deputy Minister, Tourism, Arts and Culture, Shauna Brower. British Columbia, Colombie-Britannique.
Well, what an excellent way to get
Carrying the flag,
Red
dans
Deer
le
once
drapeau,
again. Thank you for
Finn
joining us,
Williams,
everyone.
men's
We are at the
hockey.
center of the Red Deer, Dustin Nielsen and Katrina LeMaydon, and a look there at Finn Williams, hockey player here for Team British Columbia. And excellent that we are underway. You get a good look at all of the young BC athletes who are here to compete. My home province, Katrina, so gotta be pulling for these guys a little bit.
Just wait till the green and white comes in. You know, so exciting for this first team to enter the stadium. They've been preparing for so long for this moment to qualify to represent your province or your territory, and for these Team BC athletes. Week one, again, you know, it's the first week of sports, and then we have a changeover day, but just so exciting for them to be walking in. Competition starts immediately tomorrow.
251 athletes, half of the athletes here for the first week, the second half here for the second week. They're playing there, as I mentioned, Finn Williams, hockey player. He has been drafted by the Swift Current Broncos. A lot of the guys that we'll see here in the hockey portion of the event drafted by Swift Current. BC, 88 medals in 2015. Always one of the provinces that'll be in contention on the podium quite often.
That's right, and you know, when we look at alumni, we talked about it earlier, one of their honorary captains is Justin Cripps, won a gold medal in Pyeongchang in bobsleigh. He actually represented BC at Canada Games in 2005. So different sport, but you know, they have the alumni and they're well represented.
That's going back 14 years to those 2005 Canada Games.
From Manitoba, Minister of Sport, Culture and Heritage, Kathy Cox. Manitoba, Manitoba. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Alana Lesperance, ringette.
Alana Lesperance, one of a handful of ringette players who are going to have the opportunity to be bag players. I was reading online today, she's described as a phenom in the sport, and having an opportunity here to lead her province out in the Canada Games has got to be a special treat.
That's right. I mean, for a sport like ringette, which I've been involved in, my daughter's been heavily involved in, this is the highest level. You can go to a World Championships, but really this is the future. And so for a sport like ringette, you know, to be able to go to the Canada Games, it is so special. And the flag bearer, she's been to 5 national championships, but this, I'm sure, will be the highlight of her sporting career.
Yeah, she's never had a chance to compete in these games, but she has been here in the past to watch her sister compete. So it runs in the family, as it probably does with many of these athletes.
That's right. And you know, as we watch the athletes and coaches enter into this stadium, one person we might see, Cindy Clausen. She was part of Team Toba so many years, but she's here as actually a coach for short track speed skating. So talk about giving back.
208 athletes from Manitoba.
From New Brunswick, Deputy Minister, Tourism, Heritage, Culture, Françoise Roy. New Brunswick, Nouveau-Brunswick. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Brittany Snowden, ringette.
201 athletes from New Brunswick, led out by another ringette star, Brittany Snowden. She is 19 and a member of the squad this year. She has won gold with Team Canada's under-20 in the past. Once again, another phenomenal athlete.
Well, I actually saw her play at World Junior. She's incredible, but she's the youngest of 4 sisters. They all played elite level ringette. So really impressive family as this New Brunswick team walks in. And you know, it's always fun to see their kit, the coats, the hats that they're given. That's, as an athlete, that's actually one of the most exciting times to see what you're given. And you know, they'll be wearing it throughout the week, and some might trade things, but I'm going to tell you, I still have my stuff from way, way back. I never traded anything.
Whether you're an athlete or not, everybody loves free stuff, especially when you're representing your country or your province. And this is a good look. I like the look that New Brunswick is bringing to the table. In 2015, New Brunswick came home with 3 golds, 4 silvers, and 6 bronze for a total of 13 medals 4 years ago. 201 athletes, 65 coaches, and coaches is something that we will definitely talk about as we work our way through the opening ceremony, because they're extremely important here for the entire week.
That's right, and it's, you know, Canada Games develops the athletes, also develops the coaches, the officials, volunteers as well.
Our next look will be at Newfoundland and Labrador.
From Newfoundland and Labrador, Minister of Children, Seniors and Social Development, Lisa Dempster. Newfoundland and Labrador, Terre de Labrador. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Michael Drover, Artistic Gymnastics.
Michael Drover leading out his province. In 2015, they had 4 medals, 2 gold and 2 silver. Drover, obviously one of the names that you'll be keeping an eye on here for Newfoundland and Labrador, one of 157 athletes competing.
Well, and leading the team behind Drover, a lot of the members of the wheelchair basketball team. Now, we talk about how these games are inclusive, and one of the sports, parasport, wheelchair basketball. Newfoundland and Labrador, they have not sent a wheelchair basketball team since 2007. So this is the first time in 12 years, and so they have a team once again. And so I think that's a real celebration and accomplishment for this very small province.
Yeah, this province also will feature Shaylin Snow, who recently won a gold medal with the Canadian women's hockey team at the under-18s. Also played in the 2015 games in Prince George. So she's going to have her second games under her belt here in Red Deer.
There are a few athletes who have been able to do a games 4 years ago and have a second experience.
From Northwest Territories, Minister of Municipal and Community Affairs, Alfred Moses. Northwest Territories, Territoire Nord-Ouest. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Maggie Carson, Artistic Gymnastics.
Maggie Carson, a big smile on her face here. She's the flag bearer for the Northwest Territories, and she is an incredible story. At a gymnastics competition in December of 2016, while in Vancouver, she was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with a life-threatening brain tumor and underwent emergency surgery. Since then, she has been through everything and is still back here just over 2 years later to lead her province out at the Canada Games.
It's an absolutely incredible story, and these games tell you stories about our country, about the provinces, the territories, but about the people and the youth in our country, the leaders that they are on the playing field, but also in life.
Maggie Carson,
from
one of
Nova
the
Scotia,
best stories you'll see.
Minister of Communities, Culture and Heritage, Leo Glevine. Nova Scotia, Nouvelle-Écosse. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Alex Waters, Artistic Gymnastics.
211 athletes competing this year from Nova Scotia. That is one of them, Alex Waters. He really likes the parallel bars, competes in a number of different events, but that is his go-to. They had a nice pep rally hosted by Bruce Rainey of the Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame in late January to send him off, because these are the athletes who are going to represent, but the entire province is behind all of these kids all across the country.
And a lot about these games is about legacy. Nova Scotia hosted in 2011, and one of the legacies that was left from those games was an oval that is right in downtown Halifax. There was a real fight to make it, whether it was going to be temporary or permanent, and they fought to have it as permanent ice. And any day during the winter, you can see the public out skating that's developed their speed skating club. So a lot of these athletes were for sure inspired by those games that were in their home province.
It's a good point about the legacy, too. I mean, we're sitting here in the Century, which obviously is being used for these events, but the Canada Games Centre, which is just off the highway here in Red Deer, you can see it as you drive through just north of Gasoline Alley here in Red Deer. Beautiful, beautiful facility that they're going to have to develop so many athletes over the next 20, 30 years.
That's right, attached to Red Deer College. It's being used for these games, and will have an extended, not just sport, but for medical, for research, for club development. All of those legacies are important.
4 medals in 2015 for Nova Scotia.
Minister of Community and Government Services, Lorne Kushugak. Nunavut. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Maxwell Joy, hockey.
Maxwell Joy, the flag bearer for Nunavut, and it's an interesting story. He's a part of a team that they've never really had an opportunity to send to these games before.
Yeah, the fact that Nunavut has its first team sport, that is such a great accomplishment. If you look at the history of Nunavut's participation at the Canada Games, they've had a team, but it continues to be building. And the fact that they have won a medal at Canada Games, it was a bronze medal from Whitehorse in 2007. So perhaps they can add to that here in Red Deer.
One to watch, Emma Carpenter. She's a speed skater. She's just 14 years old. She won 4 gold in the 2018 Arctic Winter Games.
Michael Cabolo. Carrying the flag, porte le drapeau, Mackenzie Turner, biathlon.
Mackenzie Turner, she's a biathlete. She actually was on Team Ontario in the last Winter Games in 2015 as well, and has earned medals at the National Championships, 112 medals for Ontario in 2015, and once again, probably one of the provinces we expect to be very successful.
Yes, but they look at those 112 medals and say we were second behind Quebec. So it becomes very competitive between the provinces and territories. So I know that Ontario is coming into here in Red Deer saying we want to be the number one. But, you know, very strong provinces, a very strong team, great development. As you talked about Mackenzie Turner, biathlete. You know, one of the interesting things is that Red Deer actually doesn't have a biathlon club. So they've done so much work to get the course ready here, and that's one of the legacies that they're hoping for, is as these biathletes now come to Red Deer, that they can develop a club. The youth can see this, even adults, and participate and develop that.
Ontario will also host in Niagara in 2021 the Canada Games. We are underway here in Red Deer.
From Prince Edward Island, Minister of Health and Wellness, Robert Mitchell. Prince Edward Island, Ville du Prince-Édouard. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Cameron Davis, Artistic Gymnastics.
Prince Edward Island, the host of the upcoming 2023 Canada Games, and their flag bearer, a very interesting story. Cameron Davis, he's an artistic gymnast. He's a grade 12 student. He's lived his entire life with cystic fibrosis, spends 45 minutes every morning and evening going through a regimented medical routine, has 3 off-island appointments every single year. He also helps coach younger athletes. This is another one of those phenomenal stories that hopefully we have even more time to talk about and tell later in the week.
That's right. I mean, these are 17 days to be able to tell the stories of the incredible young athletes, but young people in our country and our future leaders. So, you know, it's so wonderful to see them at this high-performance sport competition, but to get to know them themselves, that is part of the beauty of the Canada Games. You're able to get up and close to the athletes in the venues. Such fun.
Du Québec, ministre déléguée à l'éducation, Madame Isabelle Charret. Québec, Québec. Portant le drapeau, carrying the flag, Sarah Plouffe, Ringuette.
Sarah Plouffe, the flag bearer of 4 Quebec, 141 medals in 2015, leading the way in the nation. This is the 3rd ringette player who will lead her province out here tonight, which once again goes, we talked about ringette and how fast it's growing and the additional exposure that the sport is calling for. I think it's excellent that a lot of these provinces, including Quebec, one that's had so much success and a lot of successful athletes, to put the flag in the hands of Sarah Plouffe.
That's right. You know, it's exposure for the sport, it's exposure for the athletes. Quebec is always a very strong team. And an example of that, the Minister of Sport who handed the flag to the flag bearer was the chef de mission a year ago in Pyeongchang. She is a 3-time Olympian, an Olympic medalist, but these are her very first Canada Games. She actually did not qualify. We skated together. She didn't qualify in 1987. So it just shows the depth of the athletes. It's tough to make these teams. When an Olympic medalist can't qualify, it just shows you, you know, what a high level sport this is.
Very high level sport. It also goes to show that keep going and keep training, because there's going to be a spot for you one day if you work your hardest. 243 athletes representing Quebec here in Red Deer. Gold medals in 2015, and like I mentioned, 141 medals overall for Quebec 4 years ago.
We're number 1 in the overall medal count. They want to keep that position. It becomes competitive.
from Saskatchewan, Minister of Parks, Culture and Sport, Jean Makowski. Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Logan Pletz, biathlon.
Logan Pletz of Regina, leading out 215 athletes from Saskatchewan. I've got another one sitting next to me here in the booth who's very excited to see the classic green of Saskatchewan here in Red Deer.
You know, I might be shedding a tear, pumping my arms a little bit. The 3 Canada Games, 2 winter, 1 summer that I attended, I was for Team Sask, and you know, for me it's always special to watch my home province walk into the stadium. Every province and territory does an evening for the parents, for the athletes, and so I always go and help Team Sask and theirs, so I'm heading there on Sunday night, and you know, just to be able to tell the stories a little bit, what you're going to experience, but you know, it is special. So let's say I'm neutral.
Okay.
Kind of, not really.
I'm not buying it for a second.
No, not at all.
I'm not buying it for a second. I know you talked about getting the gear and stuff. I'm sure somebody will find a way to get you one of those green jackets as they walk in here. 28 medals in 2015, 6 of them were gold, 215 athletes, 96 coaches and managers. That's almost 1 for every 2 athletes, which is an incredible ratio, and I think very important for your youth sport nowadays.
And if you look at this team from Saskatchewan, 58 communities are represented. So that's how diverse within that province. You know, athletes are coming from every corner. You don't have to be from a large city, and I think that's important to show the youth of the country.
From Yukon, Minister of Community Services, John Stryker. Yukon, Yukon. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Kyron Crosby, hockey.
Kyron Crosby, the flag bearer, one of the hockey players from Team Yukon. Over 108 athletes here for them. 8 medals back in 2015. And a couple of cross-country skiers, Derek Dooling and Sonia Schmidt, that we'll be keeping an eye on here. 108 athletes, 8 medals last time, led by a hockey player out here once again. And an excellent look, actually, for the Yukon as well.
I was just going to say, I love the kit that they were given. And you know, they said that it was a sort of 90s throwback. I mean, to me, that's pretty modern. But, you know, that is just so great. The athletes, not just the kit, but, you know, one of the interesting things that becomes big at the games are the pins. And some of these teams now have pins that are puzzles. And so what you do, you start to collect little ones, and it's like, oh, I need that one piece. So it's fun with all of the stuff that you're
From
given.
Alberta,
Sounds like a lot of
Minister
work.
of Culture
Collecting
and
those pins.
Tourism, Ricardo Miranda. And now, la province haute des Jeux, the host province of the 2019 Canada Games, Alberta. Carrying the flag, portant le drapeau, Elijah Thompson, artistic gymnastics.
The host province of Alberta, 246 athletes strong here, led by Elijah Thompson out of Calgary, an artistic gymnast who's had a lot of success already, even at a national level. And for them, hosting this year for Alberta, they'll be looking to finish higher than 4th, I think, is the focus this time around.
That's right. That's sort of been their tradition behind the powerhouses of Quebec, Ontario, BC. And you know, they've done a lot with that. Even the staging of the athletes. They brought all of the teams together, not just for a day, but over 2 days. And they actually had them together. They were given their kits. They went and cheered on the men's hockey. So they really have tried to bring this team together. And, you know, for many of them, it is their first time outside of their sport. The multi-sport games is extremely different. It's different pressures, but it's also a chance to meet other like-minded athletes. So, you know, it was a real success, and Alberta's hoping that that pays off in their overall standings.
The biggest multi-sport event being hosted in our province is the 88 Olympics. That's how big this event is.
That's right, and number of athletes. I mean, over 3,000, over 5,000 volunteers, and so Team Alberta is looking to do very well. Their wheelchair basketball team is going into these games ranked #1. So when it comes to competition, it's stressful though.
The athletes have arrived at the Winter Games in Red Deer.
Ladies and gentlemen, les athlètes des Jeux d'hiver du Canada 2019, the athletes of the 2019 Canada Winter Games. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir l'aîné métis. Please welcome Community Indigenous Elder Corky Larson-Jonason et représentant la jeunesse autochtone de l'Alberta and representing the Indigenous youth of Alberta, athletes Tyson Loventure, hockey, and Shaylin Corsiniti, ringette.
We are proud to be here today on behalf of the Indigenous youth of Alberta and Team Alberta. The 2019 Canada Games is taking place within the ancestral and traditional Indigenous territories of Treaty 6 and the Treaty 7 nations. We also recognize this region as a historical Métis gathering site. Canadians from all over the 4 directions of our country have gathered on these lands, and we are ready to celebrate.
Today, the Games will open, and together we all will represent our nation that stands together as one, celebrating our diversity. We hope we can learn from the Canada Games and the future Games can learn from us. These Games will showcase the very best young athletes, and we will bear witness to the incredible accomplishments at these Games. On behalf of this community of Alberta, we welcome our fellow athletes from coast to coast to coast. Athletes of the 2019 Canada Games, this is our moment. Please welcome 3-fois champion du monde de la danse des cerceaux, 3-time world champion hoop dancer from the Alexander First Nation, Dallas Arcan.
Don't try that at home. Incredible. What an impressive performance. Governor General coming up here from the Winter Games in Red Deer.
Veuillez maintenant accueillir le président du Conseil d'administration des Jeux du Canada. Please welcome the chair of the board of the Canada Games Council, Tom Quinn.
Red Deer, are you ready? Athletes, are you ready to go? The Canada Games are where greatness begins. Every 2 years, the Canada Games brings together Canada's best young athletes to compete in the country's largest multi-sport event for young athletes. Pensez-y aux Jeux du Canada. Les meilleurs athlètes au pays participent à notre plus grand événement multisport. Every one of you have trained hard to be here, and you made it on behalf of the Canada Games Council. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on making your team. You are one of 3,500 athletes from across the country to be chosen. 3,500 peut sembler beaucoup. Think about how many young Canadians who are involved in sport, approximately about 1 million, would love to be in your shoes today. Now here you are. Before you even I was getting excited tonight, but before you even step on the field of play, you've already achieved something pretty amazing. You're part of the legacy of the Canada Games. Before you, like Sidney Crosby, Mary-Philippe Poulin, Mark McMorris, and Red Deer's own Deirdre Dion, to name a few. Bonjour. Compete well this week. While your focus is on competition, I really hope you'll make new friends. Discover a new sport or another part of the country. Remember that behind each of you is a number of people who helped you get here. Ayez une pensée pour votre entraîneur, un enseignant, vos parents. Some may be here with you, others are cheering you on at home. And while you're in Red Deer, make a point of thanking someone every day for making your games experience possible. An official, one of the mission staff, and of course the volunteers. They are critical to the success of games. You'll make their day, and I'll bet it'll make you smile too. Together, let's thank our funding partners and sponsors who've made the Games possible. Special thanks go out to the dynamic 2019 Canada Winter Games Host Society, from Chair Lynn Radford, Vice Chair and my new best friend in Red Deer, Hugh McPherson, and the McLeans, and the board, to CEO Scott Robinson and his team, Mayor Tara Veer, and the entire community of Red Deer. They've pulled out all the stops to make your Canada Games experience not only memorable, but absolutely life-changing. Applaudissons. Let's give them a big hand. The Canada Games are where greatness begins. No matter what your future holds, whether you're an Olympic athlete, a business leader, or a community volunteer, the Canada Games will always be part of you. And we can't wait to see where the Games are going to take you in the future. Et maintenant, j'ai le plaisir de vous présenter une grande Canadienne qui sait tout sur l'effort, la persévérance, et le travail d'équipe. She also knows what it's like to reach for the stars, literally. Vous lui accueillez Son Excellence Julie Piette. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Governor General of Canada, the Right Honourable Julie Payette.
Hello, Red Deer. Bonjour, Red Deer.
Bonjour Canada, hello Canada. Je vais vous dire à quel point c'est un honneur d'être ici parmi vous pour vous applaudir et vous encourager. It is a true delight to be here with you for the Canada Game 2019 in Red Deer, Alberta. Bravo. I don't know if you've watched TV, but some weather reports lately have said that Red Deer was perhaps the coldest place in Canada the last few days. Well, I know for a fact that that is not a big deal for you resilient, strong prairie guys. But I disagree. The hottest place to be in Canada tonight is here in Red Deer, Alberta. C'est l'endroit où on doit être ce soir aux Jeux du Canada à Red Deer. You know, this is not my first visit to Red Deer, Alberta. I came here 20 years ago with my space shuttle crew in 1999. We were doing a tour of Canada after our space mission, and we were in Edmonton, and instead of taking an airplane, we decided to drive Highway 2 from Edmonton to Calgary. And we stopped, it was the middle of summer, to get an ice cream at the Dairy Queen in Red Deer. Well, I don't know if it's still open, but if it is, I hope they're serving hot chocolate or something. Vous savez, pour pouvoir mettre sur pied un événement aussi important, aussi national que les Jeux du Canada, cela prend énormément d'efforts. J'aimerais féliciter Madame la mairesse, la communauté de Red Deer, les gens d'Alberta et tous les organisateurs, les gens qui ont soutenu cet effort extraordinaire. It takes a huge effort to put such an enormous national event together, and you did it, Red Deer. Way to go. Dix-neuf disciplines sportives, plus d'une centaine d'événements culturels et artistiques, thousands of athletes, tens of thousands of visitors and volunteers, une extraordinaire cohorte de bénévoles qui vous aident ici tous les jours. It's going to be an extraordinary 2 weeks. Enjoy every minute of it. Indeed. To you athletes, I would say, c'est le moment. Voici maintenant venu le moment de performer. You've worked really hard. You're here because you are the best representing your province and your territories. You're here to demonstrate what you can do. So, à vous, je dis, donnez votre 100%. Compétitionnez avec loyauté. Faites des amis et vous allez bâtir des souvenirs jusqu'à la fin de vos vies. Please, to you all athletes, give it all. Compete fairly. Make new friends, and you will gain experiences that will last with you for your lifetime and even maybe take you even higher. And to all of you, parents, supporters, coaches, organizers, managers, enjoy it all as well, parce que c'est votre moment. This is your moment. Go Red Deer. Allez Red Deer. Merci.
What is our purpose? Why is the spirit of competition a necessary element of our existence? Why is the game so important? For thousands of years, humans have organized competition through sport. For one reason: because we have an innate, subconscious, biological need to know who is the strongest, the fastest, who will lead the pack. That is why we do this. That is why we are here. That is why the game is so important. Because it is the unity through sport that brings us together and makes us a pack. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Red Deer, Alberta, and allow me to introduce to you the best young athletes our country has to offer, who will compete for the 27th Canada Games. And to all the athletes here, this is your moment. Red Deer, Alberta, a city with a long, colorful history that goes back over 100 years. A thriving and modern community, a growing city with a small town feel, and a strong legacy of success in sport.
The best part about Red Deer is that whether you're moving here long term or whether you're here for just a couple days, you're going to get to know people that you didn't know before. You're going to leave with friends that you never knew that you had.
Everybody's really nice in the athletics community, so it's really encouraging to play here.
Is how many local businesses just reach out to all the different initiatives and things that are happening in Red Deer.
I like Red Deer because it's a good growing community and it's home.
I feel like it's a very involved community. Everyone treats each other nicely.
I grew up here. This is my city. I love Red Deer. No matter where you go, you know people.
I like Red Deer because it's an encouraging environment.
I'd like to say thanks to the city of Red Deer for hosting Canada Winter Games and supporting athletes like myself through all their ambitions throughout the years.
3,600 of the best athletes Canada has to offer have trained thousands of hours, endured hardships, injuries, won countless victories, suffered many losses. And now, Canada, this is our moment to watch them battle, fight, soar, and compete for the right to step on the podium and become a leader of the pack. Who will take home the gold?
Welcome those near and far from the east and west coast and beyond.
Bienvenue à ceux de près et de loin, de la côte est, la côte ouest et au-delà.
A land of compassion and dedication, one that rewards effort and focus.
Une terre de compassion et dévouement, un qui récompense nos efforts et nos concentrations.
Where everyone puts one foot in front of the other, running the same race in an uphill battle.
Où tout le monde met un pied en avant l'autre, courant la même course dans une bataille difficile.
Where everyone values strength, diligence, honesty, and forgiveness.
Où tout le monde prend à cœur la puissance, la diligence, l'honnêteté et le pardon.
Everyone is valued as both equal and amazing.
Où tout le monde est évalué comme étant égaux et incroyable. Nous sommes le vrai Nord.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, the Red Deer College Film, Theater and Live Entertainment Program. Alors que nous célébrons aujourd'hui le jour du drapeau national du Canada, as we celebrate National Flag of Canada Day across the country, veuillez vous lever pour l'interprétation de notre hymne national. Please rise if you are able and welcome, under the direction of Lisa Ward, the Ihana Youth Choir, Soliloquy Mixed Chorus, and Iron Ridge Elementary in the singing of our national anthem, O Canada.
Patriot love.
It's time to come together. Something great. It's time for us to come together. All roads lead to this special place. We show them all that we can play. It's a time for us to come together. Come together. Now, this is a moment. All the roads lead here, so come and play. Sing l'autonome. Some men on fire alone each way. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Tous ensemble, tout le monde, rassemble-nous, rassemble-nous, tous ensemble. Tout le monde, faisons entendre notre voix. Come on, venez, come on, venez, come on. Come on, venez, come on, venez, come on. Come on, venez, come on, venez, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come together, tous ensemble, tout le monde. Moment that we celebrate, we'll all be part of something great. It's a time for us to come together. All roads lead to this special place. We'll show them all that we can play. It's a time for us to come together. It's a time for us to come together. Come together, come together.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, please welcome the Premier of Alberta, the Honorable Rachel Notley.
Hello, Canada! We are so honored to welcome you to Alberta and to Red Deer. We couldn't be more proud to showcase what this incredible city has to offer. Over the next 2 weeks, the best of the best from coast to coast will make these Canada Winter Games a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And while it might be a little cold out, Red Deer's hospitality is so warm. And for that, I want to thank the great people of Red Deer. And I hope that everyone takes this opportunity to see Canada's best and Red Deer's best in action. A lot of hard work and preparation has gone into this. To the organizers, to the staff, to the volunteers who have done so much to show how amazing this city is and to make these games memorable. To all of you, thank you. And to all the incredible athletes, c'est votre moment. Talent and years of training has paid off, and it will continue to pay off as you race for gold and for glory. Here in competition and in the competitions ahead, no matter if you land your jump or hit your mark, we are all, and I am personally humbled by your dedication and your skill. You are the very best of Canada. And finally, as a mom, I just can't help but say, congratulations to all the parents out there, all those 5 a.m. practices, those far-off training camps and tournaments, you carpool to, all that time and that dedication, it's led to this incredible moment. Take a minute to really, really enjoy it. This is your day too. To all of you. From my family to yours, congratulations. And now, friends, I would like to officially welcome the Canada Games flag to Alberta.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, to officially escort the Canada Games flag to Red Deer, pour accompagner le drapeau aux Jeux du Canada de Red Deer, here are the Red Deer Royals. Ladies and gentlemen, alors que nous accueillons le drapeau officiel des Jeux du Canada, as we prepare to welcome the official Canada Games flag, Notre communauté est représentée par des dignitaires de tous les coins de la ville. Our community stands strong together with representatives from across Red Deer. Welcome the Double T Percherons from Innisfail, Alberta. Accompagnant le drapeau, veuillez accueillir des athlètes intronisés au temple d'honneur des Jeux du Canada. Escorting the flag, please welcome Canada Games Hall of Honor inductees. 4 fois olympien et médaillé d'or olympique du relais 4 fois 100 mètres. 4-time Olympian and Olympic gold medalist in the 4x100-meter relay, Bruni Surin. The first Canadian to win 5 medals at a single Winter Olympics. La première Canadienne à gagner 5 médailles dans un seul Jeux olympiques d'hiver. Une légende en patinage de vitesse. Mesdames et messieurs, speed skating legend, Cindy Clausen.
Cindy Clausen and Bruni Surin bringing through the flag for the Canada Games. A nice honor for them.
That's for sure. Hall of Honor inductees.
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, représentant tous les participants, representing all participants of these games, nous accueillons les officiels, instructeurs et athlètes en compagnie de la lieutenant-gouverneur. We welcome Alberta officials, coaches, and athletes, accompanied by the Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, the Honorable Lois Mitchell.
Hello and bonjour. As Her Majesty the Queen's representative in Alberta, it is my pleasure to welcome all the athletes, the parents, the coaches, officials, and all the supporters from across the country. I have to say, Red Deer is a very special city, and it's going to do us proud, believe me. What about this amazing opening ceremony? How good is this? I'll tell you, when I see you amazing athletes perform, I am reminded of the things that I love about our country, Canada. It's a celebration of energy, resiliency, integrity, teamwork, amazing, and optimism that has allowed us to accomplish so much together as Canadians. And I know, Red Deer's gonna honor that spirit as a host community and do Alberta and Canada proud. I would like to thank, I have to say, the very hardworking community leaders here and the volunteers in the city. Not to shout out anybody, I just happen to know about the 3 amigos. Lynn spent 8 years working on this. How good is that? Yes. You know, to our athletes, I ask you to simply remember what you love most about your sport. This is your chance to share that passion with your fellow Canadians, to dig deep and show us all that you can do. To the dedicated coaches, officials, and volunteers from across the country, thank you for your commitment to our athletes and to sport in general. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the time and energy that you put in to, I have to say, creating success for our athletes. I wish everyone an enjoyable games in this Alberta heartland, and I'm really looking forward to these next 2 weeks. And now it's time for the true sport oath.
Et maintenant, pour prononcer le serment sport pur officiel. And now, to recite the true sport official's oath, please welcome, from Alberta, Jeff Bell, badminton.
In the name of all officials, I pledge that we will take part in these games in the true spirit of sportsmanship, understanding, and interpreting the rules with complete impartiality for the glory of sport and the honor of fair play. I pledge my commitment to true sport principles and will ensure that these games are played in a fair and respectful manner for all participants.
Et maintenant, pour réciter le serment des instructeurs, and now to recite the coach's oath de la province de l'Alberta, Christina Lazarescu, short track speed skating.
Au nom de tous les entraîneurs qui participent à ces Jeux, je m'engage à mener mon entraînement de manière à respecter la dignité de tous les athlètes et à m'acquitter de mes tâches en faisant preuve d'intégrité et du sens de responsabilité. Je m'engage à respecter les principes du sport pur. En participant à ces Jeux, je fais ma part pour le sport canadien et j'enseigne aux athlètes à viser haut dans leur poursuite d'excellence personnelle et sportive.
Finalement, pour prêter serment sport pur athlète. Finally, to recite the oath on behalf of all athletes of the 2019 Canada Games, please welcome from Alberta, Caitlin Wiley, archery.
In the name of all competitors, I pledge that we will take part in these games in a true spirit of fair play, respecting and abiding by the rules that govern them, for the glory and the integrity of the sport and the honor of our teams. I pledge my commitment to the true sport principles, and throughout my participations these games, I will strive for excellence, have fun, maintain a healthy mind, body, and spirit.
Still to come from Red Deer, Ron and Carrie McLean, a performance from Brett Kissel, and of course, the lighting of the Canada Games Cauldron.
Ladies and gentlemen, veuillez accueillir une franco-albertaine de la 5e génération. Please welcome 5th generation Franco-Albertan singer and songwriter, Mireille Moquin.
Il avait le nez pointu et les cheveux blancs un peu tordus. Pourtant, je ne juge pas le physique. Serait-ce mon cœur en panique? Dans ses yeux un peu nuageux, j'ai vu un esprit beaucoup plus vieux que lui. Et malgré tout ce brouillard, j'ai pu voir mon reflet dans son regard. Somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea. I guess I'll just have to wait and see where this takes us. Somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea, anywhere at all. I won't make a fuss. Dans un bassin de monde intoxiqué, d'une terrasse d'un bar au bout du quai, ces mots ne vibraient que pour mes oreilles. Il avait le sourire pour réchauffer le bout de mes orteils. Et quand il ramassa sa guitare, il a su soulever mes pieds du trottoir. Somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea. I guess I'll just have to wait and see where this takes us. somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea, anywhere at all. I won't make a fuss. L'ombre du feu, peinture tes yeux autrement, bleu clair sous la lumière du jour. Le clair de lune reluit sur ton dos qui dessine un ruisseau sur ma jambe. Somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea. I guess I'll just have to wait and see where this takes us. Somewhere by the ocean, somewhere by the sea, anywhere at all, anywhere at all. I won't make a fuss.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les présidents honoraires du comité de la Société hôtesse. Please welcome Host Society Committee Honorary Chairs, Carrie and Ron McLean.
Good evening. Ron and I are honored to be here tonight in our hometown, Red Deer, Alberta, to kick off the largest multi-sport and cultural event for youth in the nation. As the honorary board chairs, we welcome the thousands of visitors and participants to Red Deer and Central Alberta on behalf of the 2019 Games Host Society. An event of this scale and scope of the Canada Games is not possible without the team that exists behind the scenes. Lynn Radford and Hugh McPherson have been leading the team, and we could not have done it. Thank you. We could not have done it without their vision, dedication, and leadership. Over 5,000 volunteers and staff have worked tirelessly for years for this moment, their moment, notre moment.
Vous êtes en forme. You know, for you teams, it's an honor to be with you here tonight. Carrie and I became a team here in Red Deer in 1978. And Your Excellency, Governor General Julie Payette, we celebrated with ice cream at the same place, and I want you to know, you may not know it, but the joint you chose is the home of two of our greatest sporting icons, the Hamels, Gord and Rob. Hockey and baseball, absolute heroes to us, and that's the way it rolls here in Red Deer for us. And we were about 4 months ago, Julie, just up from Rideau Hall on Parliament Hill, a whole group of us, and we lit the Rory McClanahan torch from the Centennial Flame, and thus began the first ever National MNP Canada Games Torch Relay. And Bruni Cern, who just rolled through here a moment ago, his relay coach used to say, the power in each of us comes from all of us, and it does. 16,000 kilometers that torch has gone. All kinds of weather, as you can imagine, plus 24 in Ottawa. Minus 40 with the wind chill here in nearby Sylvan Lake, didn't matter. We all felt the fire. 50 communities from Halifax to Victoria, 250 torch bearers. And now, the latest firewalkers and flame runners are going to bring the torch in to light the cauldron and signal the beginning of the 2019 Games in our amazing hometown of Red Deer.
Our community has come together. We are all in, and we are ready for the Games.
The flame is near. Let's experience the journey of the torch thus far.
As they say, c'est notre moment, it's our moment.
This is going to be our goal light for Red Deer 2019. C'est notre moment.
This is the first time that the torch is actually going across the country.
From St. John's to Victoria to Yellowknife.
The inspiration that builds the momentum for the games.
Je suis tellement excité d'être ici aujourd'hui.
We're one of the only countries in the world that has something like this, where we invest in youth and we invest in sport and we invest in community.
Nous sommes heureux d'être ici avec vous, Tim.
It's so special. You meet so many people.
You're part of something bigger than just sport. You're part of this huge event, which is just crazy.
It's heavier than you think.
Inspiring dreams, building champions. That's what we're trying to do.
Ready to roll.
Enjoy the moment. It is absolutely inspirational.
From the East Coast to the West Coast.
We've come together as a nation.
We've made it to Red Deer. We're bringing the torch home. This is our moment. C'est notre moment.
Il est temps de démontrer notre esprit frontalier. Alberta, it's time to show our frontier spirit. Let's make some noise as we welcome the torch. Let's raise the bar.
Don't you let go, just reeling, 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 rocking all over and back. Now circle left, then circle right, on down and back. Take it from the top, tear it on up, never let it go, just dance a little longer.
as we celebrate our host community of Red Deer, Alberta. Please welcome outstanding members of this great community, representing the values of the Canada Games movement and representing the legacy for youth, community, and our nation. Mesdames et Messieurs, a member of the Order of Canada and recipient of Red Deer's Citizen of the Year, philanthropist, community, and business leader, Joan Donald. Member of the Alberta Order of Excellence, recipient of the Pinnacle Award for Business Excellence, and Red Deer's Citizen of the Year, Jack Donald. He is an active Red Deer community leader and volunteer, an original gold medalist alumni from the 1967 Canada Games in Quebec City. Mesdames et Messieurs, sport enthusiast, Del Billings. Representing the future of the Canada Games, member of the Canadian Long Track National Development Next Gen Team, who skated for Canada at the 2013 and 2015 Junior World Long Track Speed Skating Championships. Veuillez accueillir 2011 Canada Winter Games alumni, Madison Bierman. He has represented Team Alberta at 11 national championships in trampoline and tumbling gymnastics. Canada Games alumni and medalist, Mesdames et Messieurs, Alberta's own, Mark Armstrong.
Je déclare maintenant les Jeux du Canada 2019 officiellement ouverts. I declare now the 2019 Red Deer Canada Games officially open.
Show the rest of Canada that the party is here in Alberta. Here we go. I wanna move to the rhythm of your heartbeat and lose myself tonight. Baby, it bring me to my feet the minute you walk by with your red lips, white teeth, shaking them hips and skinny blue jeans. I can't help but hum along. Your freedom gets me high, and we can dance like no one else is watching. Take my hand and put it on your heart. Say out loud, 'cause no one gets me rocking like you. You're my anthem. You're my anthem. You're my anthem. Hey, I wanna see those fireworks lighten up your eyes. I wanna know your melody and get it memorized. You're my chorus, you're my voice. Pledge allegiance every word. Now turn it up and turn me on now, baby, don't be shy. And we can dance like no one else is watching. Take my hand and put it on your heart. Say out loud, 'cause no one gets me rocking like you. You're my just wanna sing you all night long. Take me till the early light of dawn. Get 'em up. I just wanna sing you all night long. Yeah. Take me till the early light of dawn, and we can dance like no one else is watching. Take my hand and put it on your heart. Sing out loud, 'cause no one gets me rocking like you. As loud as you can, Canada! You're my anthem, you. You're my anthem, you. Girl, you're my anthem. You're my anthem. Girl, you're my anthem. No one else is watching. Take my hand and put it on your heart. Sing out loud, 'cause no one gets me rocking like you. You're my anthem. Thank you very much, Red Deer. My name is Brett Kissel, a very proud Albertan. So proud to be here tonight. You guys are all chasing gold. Here's my gold song right now. We were the wild and the free and the wind. We were the backseat leaning in. We were the running wide open in the headlights. Hearts on fire in the midnight. We were the slow and the dance and the dust. Jack and Diane with the radio up. Living the line about loving and learning to fall and to fly. That summertime thing. We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Yeah, we were the oh, we were the hey. We made you wanna sing along. Yeah, we were that song. And it is so good to be back in Red Deer, baby. We were the good and the bad and the rain. We were the lonesome like a train. We were the let go, we were the heartbroken. We didn't know that it would end this way. We were the almost, yeah, but not quite. We were the steel guitars to cry on the line about a loving and leaving and lonely. And there might have been, there might have been. We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Yeah, we were the oh, we were the hey. We made you wanna sing along. Yeah, we were that song. Here we go. And it goes oh. And it goes oh. I want to hear everybody scream. We were the hurt that I had to call. We were the feeling that you can't shake off. That I was a fool and you were the one. How did I ever let you get so gone? We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Yeah, we were the oh, we were the hey. We made you wanna sing along. Yeah, we were that song. Hey, and it goes oh. And it goes oh. We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Yeah, we were the oh, we were the hey. We made you wanna sing along. Yeah, we were that song. We were that song. And it goes oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. And congratulations. Félicitations, Red Deer, on an amazing Canada game.
Opening ceremony complete. Now, Katrina, it's time to compete for everybody.
That's right. They talk about unity through sport. The very best from all 13 provinces and territory are here. They're ready to go.
Over 3,000 competitors for the next 2 weeks. Canada Games right here in Red Deer.
The Red Deer 2019 Canada Winter Games opening ceremony is presented by Nova Chemicals, developing and manufacturing chemicals and plastic resins that make everyday life safer, healthier, and easier. By Teck, Canada's largest diversified resource company and the exclusive metal supplier for the Canada Games. By IFR Workwear, family is your priority. Your workwear is ours. By On the Run, proud sponsor of the Canada Winter Games. On the Run, make the most of every stop. And by Travel Alberta, wander within reach this winter.
TSN has 40 hours of coverage around the Canada Games, starting off with men's hockey, Manitoba taking on BC, and then Sunday, Manitoba back in action again when they face Alberta. Well, we hope you enjoyed these sights and scenes from Centrium as the torch officially lit and the Canada Games officially underway. 100,000 spectators expected to take in all the action in Red Deer. Day 2 coverage continues on TSN.